Welcome to part 4 of Be Not Deceived. I am Christ. See, we don't need to chase after these people that are professing that they know it all, basically. These people that say, that they act like they got all the knowledge and all the answers. And I don't have all the knowledge and all the answers, but I certainly am seeking it. But you know what I have? I have the spirit of discernment, and I know when somebody's lying to me. But I also am a prophet, so therefore God warns me about a lot of things. And I know when an evil spirit is in my presence. I know when the spirit of witchcraft is in my presence. And boys have been in my presence a lot lately. And just because you say that you're not a witch doesn't mean I'm going to believe you. If the Lord tells me you are, I'm going to believe Him, not you. Because man lies. He doesn't. But right here, this is Luke 21 again. Just to recap a little bit here again. And yeah, this is going to be full of some recaps. But there's purpose for it. Take heed. And he said, take heed. And as you can see, it's the red writing. That's Jesus. Take heed that ye be not deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. That means that the true Christ is coming. That means Jesus is coming. And he had forerunners. He had John the Baptist before when he came the first time, telling people, make straight your path. And that's what I've been trying to tell you. He has forerunners now. He still has prophets today. Y'all think not, because why? Because you ain't been reading the prophets. You ain't been teaching the prophets. You ain't even been reading the book. That's why. You think God is slack concerning His promises. He is not slack. Now, I reiterated that to go over to this next thing. Going to Ephesians. And I am trying to stay on point without hitting side trails as much as possible. But hey, side trails is part of who I am. I can't help that. Now, Ephesians 4. And boy, this one definitely is to me too. Or about, it describes me. Yes, sir. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, that's me, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. Walk worthy of it. And if you're walking in sin and doing sin, and people seeing you do that, they're not going to say, well, I want to follow that preacher or that minister or that Christian or whatever you're professing to be. I'm not a Christian. I'm an apostle. There is only one doctrine in the Bible, that is the apostles' doctrine. That is what I am. I am not a Pharisee. I am not one of the Jezebels. I am not the great whore of Babylon. I am an apostle. With all lowliness and meekness, with long-suffering and forbearing one another in love. Oh, how I love you all. Even though you scoff me and you mistreat me. and you act like I'm mental. Well, that's fine with me. I am, I can admit that I am touched. I am crazy. And some of the things I've done, I will admit, they've been way out there. Some of them. But they were not without purpose. They get people's attention for the Lord, not for myself, because I don't want to be seen. But I do want you to see Him. I want you to know Him. I was scared to death for the last 20 years, I guess. I was terrified to die because I kept looking around at my family and stuff and how they were getting so far from the Lord. And I was terrified that if I died, no one would love the Lord like I do. And He would be alone. And I didn't want Jesus to be alone. He deserves to have the best. He's King. And He's always had my back. The world kicked me down. And they mistreated me. They told me I was nothing. And they tried to hold me down. They abused me every chance they got. And they verbally assaulted me all the time, day in and day out. Always telling me I was never going to be nothing and never going to amount to anything. You start to believe that after a while, and you just don't try anymore. But one thing I knew that I loved the Lord with a love that was unyielding. And I knew He loved me because He was always there. Always there picking up the pieces of my broken heart. And trying to patch me back together. Day in and day out. And people come right now and they say some of the hatefulest, hurtfulest things. Strangers even now. It's all because they're the Masonic order. They're from the Masons. And I got outed by the witches. So, it's all good though. They can't do anything the Lord doesn't allow. And whatever they do, the Lord will fix. He always has and He always will. I don't care if anybody believes me or not. You don't know what I'm going through daily. You don't know what I walk through. You don't know what kind of mind games they like to play. That's okay. I'm kind of stupid, so I don't get all maul either. So I'm kind of dumbfounded by some of the stuff they say, and I just say whatever pops in my head. And they're like, boy, it kind of throws them off their game. Because then they don't know how to respond to that, because they're like, what are you talking about? But think about it. Now listen, Mr. Cricket, you better not get to serenading directly. Great. Now there's Cricket. really getting tired of being the bug whisperer. Okay, I'll get into that directly with the mark thing. Anyways, this stuff is all real, even if you don't want to admit it. It doesn't change the reality of what is and what's going on and what's happening. And part 5 is coming up. You don't want to miss that.